A week from Friday, absentee ballots for Montana's primary election go out in the mail to all registered voters, and one of the top contests is the Republican primary for governor. It's a three-man race, but the conventional wisdom is that Montana Congressman Greg Gianforte is the prohibitive favorite to win the nomination on June 2nd. Is that the way it is? MTN chief political reporter Mike Dennison takes a closer look.
Greg Gianforte's campaign for governor has released internal polls showing him with a huge lead over his GOP primary opponents, Attorney General Tim Fox and State Senator Al Olszewski. And Montana State University political scientist David Parker says Gianforte has a clear advantage, both in terms of name recognition and money to get out his message. But as you might guess, Gianforte's primary opponents have a different view. Fox notes that Gianforte just put another $500,000 of his own money into his campaign, increasing his personal stake to $1 million.
He obviously doesn't think he has it in the bag, or he wouldn't be spending $1 million of his own money.
Fox and Olszewski also assert that Gianforte is not well liked by many voters, making each of them the better GOP candidate in the general election.
But when you look at the independent polls, what's happening is over 1/3 of the Republicans that vote on a regular basis are still undecided. That means that they're not happy with Congressman Gianforte, and they're not happy with Attorney General Fox. And it's my job to let them know that I'm out there and I'm worthy of their vote.
The polling says that 65% of Montanans don't care for him. And certainly we also know that the polling shows that I'm the Republican that can win in the general election.
Gianforte's campaign dismisses this line of criticism, pointing out that he's already won 2 statewide elections for Congress. And as for his personal investment in the campaign, Gianforte says it exemplifies his commitment to helping the state.
We're all in, and I'm at a part in my career where I feel highly motivated to give back, to provide opportunities to others. And I don't know how to say it, except we're all in for the future of Montana.
Gianforte also has raised an additional $1.8 million from donors and says his campaign is spending money not only on the primary, but also to better position himself for the general election campaign against the Democratic nominee. Speaking of those Democratic candidates for governor, they're already taking aim at Gianforte, assuming he'll be the Republican nominee. In a few weeks, we'll get the final word on that from the voters. At the Capitol, Mike Dennison, MTN News.
On Saturday, MTN will broadcast the only televised debate among the Republican nominees that features all 3 of them together. MTN will also broadcast a separate debate between the Democratic candidates, Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney and Missoula consultant Whitney Williams.